This is the m2C IDE, which is built on the open source Eclipse framework. We are looking at the project workspace for a legacy COBOL application. All replatforming projects are basically composed of code and data that we need to migrate. So let's look at the data first. For this application, we were given 9 mainframe index data files with over 25,000 records. Using m2C's data migration tooling, which you can see on screen, they were migrated to an AWS relational database. We load the mainframe data file into the migration tool, set up the target AWS relational database, and transform. And because the data is now in a relational store, it is now easily accessible by the rest of the business. The project workspace currently does not contain any of the COBOL programs, so we're going to add them now. Here's one of the COBOL programs. It looks like, well, a COBOL program. Lots of variables, lots of complex business logic. Let's build the project. We have now initiated the build to replatform all of the COBOL code to Java. In real time, you can see the Java code being produced as the build process works through the COBOL programs. Just to be clear, you are watching 367,000 lines of COBOL code without any modifications being replatformed to Java code in less than a minute. When done, we will package the application into a standard Java WAR file for deployment to AWS Beanstalk, which is a managed cloud platform for scaling Java applications. We create the Java WAR package using m2C's deploy wizard to automate the process. Again, this is very fast, and we are now ready to upload and deploy that package to AWS Beanstalk. This new application will be functionally equivalent to the original mainframe application. That is to say, it will look and behave exactly as it does on the mainframe today, running as a cloud-native application on AWS Beanstalk. A cloud-native application is one that can dynamically scale. Recently, we worked on a project to scale out a mainframe transaction processing application on AWS Beanstalk across 144 x86 cores, producing sub-second response times on sustained throughput measured at over 1,000 transactions per second, equivalent to a 15,200 MIPS mainframe. With the application deployed, let's run it. At this stage, we have successfully replatformed our customer's POC application to AWS, where it has now been deployed and is running as a cloud-native Java application. Out of the box, the new application will function and behave exactly as it does on the mainframe. This is one of the documented test cases provided by our customer for the POC. The results have been verified by the customer as being an exact match for the mainframe, as were all the other test cases provided. As you can see, although this was not covered in any of the POC test cases, other parts of the application also work as expected. Here we are scrolling through a claim summary report, and you can see that the application is super responsive, which is impressive considering the Amazon instance we are using is equivalent to a mid-range laptop. m2C applications are instantly agile, and we are now going to take a look at a couple of examples. First, although the default green screen is useful in that it is familiar, it is not particularly sophisticated. Here is an example of a modernized user interface application using a Java framework called ext.js. The application underneath is exactly the same as the one you just saw. It hasn't changed. This modernized user interface is directly interacting with the Kix transactions that have automatically been exposed as RESTful services. This is just an example, but it shows how we can easily present the data into a sortable grid and even extend the functionality by asking it to show us the client's state location. The final example of how agile m2C applications are shows how we can refactor one of the Kix transactions as a microservice that can be interfaced to a smart device such as Alexa. What you are looking at is the Alexa developer console, which behaves exactly the same way as an Amazon Echo device.
Open customer service.
Welcome to the Alexa demo. You can ask what is your group ID.
What is the group ID for Buck?
Your group number is 004533976.
So to summarize, m2C applications guarantee existing function and behavior when deployed as Java applications to cloud-native environments. They are also instantly agile, with business rules automatically exposed as web services. One final point to emphasize with m2C is its agility. The two post-migration applications that you saw included one that modernized the UI and the other which connected a smart device to a Kix transaction running as a microservice. Both of these were developed in under an hour each.